Also tonight here on the News at 5, the race for Senator Jeff Flakes' open seat. As you can imagine, folks, it's starting to heat up a bit.
Just days after Arizona's junior senator announced he was stepping down, another candidate is jumping into the race. Here's 3TV's political editor Dennis Welch with more. We know there's going to be a long list of these names, or at least
probably the first of many, I know. But Jay Heiler, not exactly a household name right now with the average Arizona voter, but he's been a fixture here in Arizona on the political scene for decades, and he's promising to be a very different kind of politician than Senator Jeff Flake.
But anger and resentment are not a governing philosophy.
Jeff Flake challenging other Republicans this week to stand up to President Donald Trump as he steps down. But so far, the candidates who want to replace him are not listening.
The president has enunciated an agenda. You're either with it or you're against it. I am with it in every important respect.
Jay Heiler, a current member of the Arizona Board of Regents, taking his first step this week toward running for Flake's now open seat by fully embracing the president.
The president's agenda is something that is in the best interest of the country, in the best interest of the state. Much of it is a very strong expectation of the people of our state, and it needs to be moved forward.
This week, Heiler opened an exploratory committee to potentially challenge Kelly Ward, who was also running a pro-Trump style campaign. Heiler, who was a lobbyist and the chief of staff for the former governor, Fife Symington, said he would be the true outsider in this race.
Senator Ward is essentially a conventional politician. When I listen to her speak, she sounds exactly like 1,000 other politicians who are already moving around in this system.
And right now there are, of course, as we mentioned earlier, a lot of names out there being floated out there as potential other candidates, and we're going to keep you guys updated on the latest as those new names jump here into the race.
I am going to ask you a question. It is going to be about Dr. Kelly Ward. Some say she can easily win the primary. She gets to the general election, goes up against Kyrsten Sinema. Some people say she's too far to the right. What are you hearing from some of your political analysts, and I know you're on the phone with about every day?
A lot of people are saying that this could actually help Republicans because you could get a different kind of candidate into this race, that Kelly Ward may be somebody who could keep the Trump base together but turn off like moderate Republicans.
Right.
With Flake out now, that maybe opens up an avenue for somebody who can keep that Trump base as well as keep those more moderates here in the party and maybe go on and challenge and win the primary and really challenge Kyrsten Sinema in the general.
Is there anything to hearing about former Governor Jan Brewer?
Former Governor Jan Brewer is actually the chairwoman of the Jay Heiler campaign, actually, or I should say the exploratory committee. Okay. Now those two go back decades, so she's definitely not interested in this in this job right now. But the big name out there being mentioned is Congresswoman Martha McSally. All eyes are on her right now
as more of a moderate.
As more of a moderate, someone who could win big.
Dennis, as always, it's so good to have you here. Right. Thanks.